Hello, my name is Sean Levina. I'm with the Student Involvement Office, and this is the uCast for using Photoshop. Most organizations want to get the word out to people on campus about their events coming up, and one of the best ways to do that is through digital signage and posters. There are many ways to create a poster: Microsoft Word, Publisher if you'd like to do a flyer instead, or even just Microsoft Paint. However, there is an alternative to this in Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a program that allows you as a user to crop, resize, and edit your photos or posters for your organization. We're going to quickly go over how to crop and resize and even edit on Photoshop. So, you have a photo that you really want to use for a flyer, for a marketing poster for your organization. There's a lot going on in the photo, and you'd rather just have a few faces or a certain building only appear in the photo. You can do this by using the crop tool in Photoshop, simply by clicking this icon from the tool panel, or by pressing C on your keyboard. You are now in cropping mode. Then simply click, hold the left mouse button down, and drag over the part of the image you want to show up in the poster. After you've clicked and dragged over the part that you'd like to keep, you can then keep the selected area by pressing Enter or Return on Mac. If you do not like the way the photo is cropped and would like to try again, simply press the Escape button in the top left corner of the keyboard. To make things a bit easier, after you click the crop tool, you can type in the image size in the top toolbar so that it matches the needs of where you're posting, whether it be on Facebook, Connect UW, Twitter, or even a poster. If there are certain dimensions that you need the photo to be, this is the easiest way to make sure it aligns perfectly with the medium. We'll also be taking a look at resizing the photo in Photoshop. When you go to use a photo, you'll want to click File, Open, then go to the image you want to resize. The image should pop up on the screen. If you want, you can duplicate the image to compare the resizing of the first by going into the Image tab in the top corner and clicking Duplicate. After duplicating the image, go to the Image tab again, where the image size is now available. A box will come up with different sizes attached to the image. If you want to make it smaller, you'd have to lessen the amount the image is by typing in what you think may work. This may take a few times given that there are a lot of possibilities for the image to change. If you'd like to change the height and width separately, you should unclick the box that says Constrain Proportions. If you'd like to reduce the size or increase the size by a certain percent instead of pixels, you can do that by clicking the percent options beside the width and height dimensions. Once you're all finished, then click OK, which will take you out of the box to your brand new image. If you'd like to save the new image, then double click on it and there will be multiple options. Save is one of them. Lastly, we will look at editing your photos. In the Edit panel bin, there is a Quick heading which reveals quick color changes, shadows, midtones, highlights, saturation changes, etc. In the Layers panel, click the Create a New File or Adjustment Layer button and choose one of the options. A new adjustment layer will be created so you can add more to your photo. Each of the sliders on this edit bay will add or subtract color from the photo. So, you're thinking, I can't afford Photoshop on my computer, but I really want to use it for my marketing. There are many options to use Photoshop on campus. The labs that have Photoshop on it are listed here: Anderson Room 1008, Center of the Arts Room CA4, McGraw Room 19, UC Room 146, Upham Room 51, and the Anderson Library. On the desktop of these computers when you log in, there should be a folder entitled Adobe Creative Cloud. There you can find Photoshop. Check out these places, some with only PCs and some with both Macs and PCs. This slide shows all the times that all the labs are available for use. If you are unable to afford or do not have access to Photoshop, there are plenty of free Photoshop alternatives that you can use. GIMP, or GNU Image Manipulation Program, is free and is supported on Windows and Mac. There aren't as many photo edit possibilities, but there are many features that could still make your photo or graphic design into a more professional looking piece. A Windows-only version of a Photoshop alternative is Paint.net. This includes features such as layers, retouching, and even resizing to help you out in your Photoshop editing. On the other hand, the free Mac-only version of a program with Photoshop features is called Seashore, which adds layers, gradients, transparency, and more to your project. There are also free online forums as well. If you have an internet connection, these are sure to work out. Some online Photoshop alternatives that are free are Pixlr, PicMonkey, and Sumo Paint. Feel free to check out these programs and see which one works best for you and your organization. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you have any more questions or have any suggestions, please feel free to email involvement@uww.edu or stop by the Student Involvement Office. Thank you.